Well, thinking about why we had a colourful coffin, it was interesting. Dad was a real character. He'd been in the Navy, he was a sales engineer and everything. And I mean, he then retired, and he actually died a few days short of his 80th birthday. When he started to get poorly, I don't know, one day we were just talking about life and that sort of thing, and the subject of sort of funerals came up. Not exactly, but he suddenly said, "Oh, I know what I'd like. I'd like a blue coffin," and it made me sort of think. And I said, "Well, yeah, okay, that's a good idea," because he liked blue sort of thing. And so I went home and sort of, I'd actually come across colourful coffins before I'd heard of them, so I had a look at the website and thought, oh yeah, there's some really amazing ideas and pictures and things like that on there. So thought, yes, that is something we could actually do for him, which was really nice. One of the things about choosing the design, Dad had mentioned blue, and so you sort of think, oh, just plain blue one. But having looked at all the different ideas on the website, it gave us sort of food for thought. And I discussed it with my mum, obviously, because it was very special to her to make sure we'd made the right decision. And Mum came up with an amazing idea of using a painting that Dad had actually done himself, because when he'd retired, he'd taken up amateur painting, and he'd often given pictures as presents and that sort of thing. And a few years previously, we'd been to the Canal du Midi area of France, and that year, after we'd been on a sort of family holiday together, he actually gave me a painting that he'd done from a photograph. So it was the canal and a barge boat all lined with trees and everything. It was this lovely pastel picture. And Mum said, well, if you wanted blue, wouldn't it be lovely to be able to take that picture and get it reproduced on his coffin? And the whole process was just really easy, because obviously we were talking to the funeral director, and we were talking to, the great thing was to be able to actually talk to the Colourful Coffins designer, and they explained how the process worked. We sent through a copy of the photograph, and then they were able to just send us proofs of the image, and it was just amazing. It was so easy and just so very special as well. I guess one of the things, when you do something so unusual, well, I say unusual, you actually sort of read about things that people having different types of funerals now, but on the whole, it is quite a different thing to do, and you can say, well, it's brave or whatever, but it was interesting. I wasn't really worried so much about what other people would think. It was actually, my most important thing was making sure the mum was happy with it, and again, being able to show her pictures of what it was going to look like and things, that made it a lot easier. And of course, you don't actually see it until it actually arrives. But the whole reaction, both my mum's reaction was just like, wow. And when it came to other people, it was just like, well, actually, I'm proud of what we've done. We both were. We were proud of the picture, and it was just really nice that something of Dad's own handiwork was there to sort of give him a special send-off. So in terms of reaction, no, I don't think we were worried. We were just very pleased and proud to have done something different just for him. When the coffin actually arrived in the hearse, obviously in the front of the house, that was great. It was just lovely to see it. It was very sort of special. I mean, obviously it was a heartbreaking day, but it was very special to sort of see that it was just something that we'd done very much for him, and that was the most important thing. We followed the hearse through town, and you could actually see people looking at it as you went along when you stopped at the traffic lights. So that was lovely. And when we actually arrived at the crematorium and we pulled it down sort of thing, and they put it in front, and you could see people going, oh wow, look at that, because we hadn't told anybody what we were doing. So it was quite a surprise to see it. And the vicar, because I actually I did a reading and I told people that this is Dad's painting and that's why we've chosen it. And then the vicar, he commented, he said, well, I've never seen anything like it, it's amazing type of thing. So that was really nice, because it made us feel good, and it's a tough enough day as it is, and when people are going, oh wow, that's amazing, that's fantastic, it makes you feel good. And then afterwards, when the service had finished and people go outside, flowers and everything, but they all came up. We sort of said to people, well, we'll just come and have a look at it, and they're going, oh wow, that's lovely, and everything else. So yeah, it was really special. All the feedback was really, really good, really a real talking point. That was good. I I've been to other friends, you know, funerals of their parents and things like that, and you know, other friends and what have you. And somehow, having done a funeral, as it were, that was just so personal and so special, I would certainly 100% go down that route again. I wouldn't have any hesitation at all, because it was just, I keep coming back to that word special, and that's really what the whole day was about. So it was very easy, wasn't difficult, and there was a lot of help there as well, because you weren't just doing it by email, you were actually talking to people as well. So to be able to talk to the person who was designing it was like, that's amazing, rather than it just coming off of a factory production line sort of thing. And you know, they were liaising with the funeral director, obviously, and it was just really easy, and yeah, no regrets.